Most people will work 40 years, retire with almost nothing, and never understand why. The answer isn't their salary. It isn't the economy. It isn't bad luck. It's one single habit they never started, and Wall Street is counting on you never figuring it out. Today, I'm going to prove to you with real math that $100 a month invested correctly into 3 specific ETFs can build over $1 million by retirement. Stay with me, because the calculations later in this video are so specific and so achievable, you are going to want to pause the screen and write them down. Okay, here is the lie school taught you. Save your money and you will be fine. But saving and growing are not the same thing. Inflation runs at 2–3% every year, quietly eating your savings alive. You don't save your way to wealth, you save your way to loss. But invest that same $100 and something completely different happens. Think of a snowball at the top of a hill. Push it and it starts rolling. As it rolls, it picks up more snow. And that extra snow makes it bigger, faster, heavier. By the bottom of the hill, it is enormous. Not because you kept adding snow, because the snow it already collected kept multiplying itself. That is compound interest, and it is the only force powerful enough to turn $100 a month into $1 million retirement. Here is what that looks like in real numbers. Invest $100 every month for 30 years. Total out-of-pocket, $36,000. At the S&P 500's historical 10% average, that becomes $226,000. Push to 11% with the right ETFs, and it becomes $280,000. Give it 45 years, and your $54,000 total investment becomes $1,494,000. The snowball did the rest. The only question is, which 3 ETFs built the best snowball? This portfolio uses exactly 3. Not 4, not 10, 3, each with a completely different job. Think of it like a 3-legged stool. Remove any one leg and it collapses. Keep all 3 and it holds no matter what the market throws at it. $50 into VOO, Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, 0.03% expense ratio, about 10% historical average. Half your money goes here deliberately. Most beginners lose money because they try to pick the winning horse. VOO removes that mistake entirely because you are not picking a horse, you are buying the entire racetrack. By holding VOO, you own a piece of the 500 most powerful, dominant companies in America: Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google. But think about what that actually means. When you buy VOO, you are effectively hiring 500 of the smartest CEOs on earth to work for your retirement. Tim Cook and Andy Jassy are waking up every single morning under enormous pressure to grow their companies. When they succeed, your portfolio goes up. You did not read a single earnings report. You did not watch a single financial news segment. You just owned the core of the American economy for 3 cents per $100 invested. That is your bedrock. $25 into SCHD, the Paycheck Builder. Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF, 0.06% expense ratio, around 3.5 to 4% yield, 14 years of consecutive dividend growth. SCHD does something the other two cannot. It pays you every quarter, real cash deposited directly into your brokerage account. To qualify, a company must have paid dividends for at least 10 consecutive years, one rule that eliminates every dividend trap in the market. SCHD has grown that payout every single year for 14 straight years without a single cut. Your $25 here is building an income stream that eventually replaces your salary. Not a fantasy, arithmetic. $25 into QQQ, the growth engine. Invesco NASDAQ 100 ETF, 0.18% expense ratio, around 18 to 20% 10-year average. Your final $25 is the turbocharger. QQQ owns the 100 most innovative non-financial companies on earth: NVIDIA, Apple, Meta, Tesla, Alphabet, Broadcom. Over the past 10 years, it has averaged 18 to 20% annually. Money doubles every 3.5 years at that rate. It is volatile, but anchored by VOO and SCHD, that volatility becomes your greatest asset. VOO catches you when you fall. SCHD pays you while you wait. QQQ builds the wealth that changes your life. Knowing the right ETFs is only half the battle. Thousands of people write down these tickers and still never build wealth. Not because the strategy is wrong, but because of one toxic habit: shiny object syndrome. Here is the hard truth about building a $1 million portfolio. It is incredibly boring, and human beings hate being bored. You set up your $100 a month, you check your account after 6 months, and it's only up a few $100. Then your buddy at work tells you about a crypto coin that just doubled in a week, or some guy on TikTok shows off his brand new Porsche from day trading penny stocks. So what do? You get impatient. You pause your $100 deposits. You pull your money out of VOO, SVHD, and QQQ, and you start chasing the quick buck. And 99% of the time, that is exactly when you lose it all. Wall Street makes its money off your impatience. The brokers, the trading apps, they want you constantly buying and selling, chasing trends so they can collect the fees. But real wealth, quiet, generational wealth, is built by the people who automate their investments and then go live their lives. If you want entertainment, go to Vegas. If you want $1 million, learn to love the boring.
The fix is to remove your own emotions from the equation. Automate everything. Set up automatic investing on payday. Your brokerage pulls $100 and splits it across VOO, SCHD, and QQQ without you ever touching it. The machine runs in the background. Systems beat willpower every single time.
Now, here is the math I promised. All figures at 11% annually, historically grounded for this portfolio with dividends reinvested. In 10 years, $100 a month gives you $21,700. Honest truth, not a retirement. Scale up to $1,000 a month for 10 years, and that gives you $217,000. In 20 years, $100 a month gives you $86,500. Push to $500 a month, and that gives you $432,000. Total invested, $120,000. Market added $312,000 you never worked for. In 30 years, $100 a month gives you $280,000. You put in $36,000. But if you invest $500 a month, it gives you $1,402,000. Total invested, $180,000. Market did the rest. In 40 years, $100 a month gives you $860,000. Total invested, $48,000. In 45 years, pause the screen right now. $100 a month means $54,000 total out of pocket, your entire working life. Final balance is a whopping $1,494,000. $100 a month, $1.494 million. Let that land.
$100 a month is $3.33 a day. Less than a coffee. Less than lunch. The difference between retiring rich and retiring broke is not intelligence, salary, or luck. It is $3.33 a day consistently for long enough. Time beats money. Consistency beats intelligence. The snowball beats everything, if you let it roll. We started with the hard truth. Most people work 40 years and retire with almost nothing. You now know why and exactly how to change it. 5 steps, starting today. Open a brokerage account. Fidelity, Schwab, Vanguard. 10 minutes. Fund it with $100. First push of the snowball. Set automatic investing. $50 VOO, $25 SCHD, $25 QQQ, every payday. Turn off the noise. No charts, no headlines. The machine runs. Scale up as you earn more. The habit matters more than the amount. Every month you delay costs compounding you never get back. A 25-year-old who waits just 1 year retires with $45,000 less. Delay is not neutral. Delay is expensive. You don't need to be